Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub, the place where passion meets performance, and where we dive deep into the machines that define freedom on two wheels. Today, we're looking at one of the most iconic muscle cruisers of our time, the 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R. This motorcycle isn't just a cruiser, it's a statement of raw power, bold styling, and road-dominating presence. If you've ever dreamed of riding a bike that blends classic cruiser DNA with a modern twist of performance engineering, the 2025 M109R might just be the machine you've been waiting for. So, let's get into it and break down everything you need to know about this beast. Suzuki has always had a way of creating motorcycles that balance performance and reliability with rider-focused design. With the M109R, however, they set out to do something unique. They wanted to build a cruiser that doesn't just look good rolling down Main Street but also delivers an adrenaline rush every time you twist the throttle. And in 2025, Suzuki has refined this model even further, giving riders a combination of muscular power, comfort, and high-end features that really make it stand out in an increasingly competitive cruiser market. At the heart of the 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R lies a monstrous 1,783 cubic centimeters, liquid-cooled, 54-degree V-twin engine. This powerhouse is what makes the M109R the muscle cruiser it's known to be. Unlike some cruisers that rely more on their looks than their bite, the M109R delivers both. The engine pushes out serious torque, and that torque arrives low in the rev range, meaning you don't have to work hard to feel the surge of power. Riders describe it as almost effortless acceleration. You twist the throttle, and the bike surges forward with an authority that leaves no room for doubt. Whether you're cruising at highway speeds or blasting past slower traffic, the M109R delivers a riding experience that few bikes in this category can match. Suzuki has paired this engine with a 5-speed transmission that is smooth and robust, offering gearing that makes the most of the V-twin's wide torque band. The clutch engagement is crisp, and the gear ratios are set to balance aggressive acceleration with relaxed highway cruising. Riders who take long trips will appreciate how the engine hums along at lower RPMs when you're in top gear, keeping vibration down while still offering plenty of pull when you need it. When it comes to design, the 2025 Boulevard M109R is as much about presence as it is about performance. From the moment you see it, you can tell it's not your average cruiser. The bike features a massive 240mm rear tire that dominates the rear profile and instantly conveys muscle. The sculpted fuel tank flows seamlessly into the saddle, creating a sleek, flowing line that's both aggressive and elegant. At the front, you get a uniquely shaped headlight nacelle that gives the M109R its distinctive face. Suzuki hasn't just stuck with tradition here, they've blended modern angular styling with the big, bold cruiser aesthetic. The end result is a motorcycle that looks just as good parked outside a cafe as it does tearing down a highway. In 2025, Suzuki has added some subtle refinements to the design, including updated LED lighting, sleeker paint finishes with metallic flake options, and new color schemes that highlight the bike's contours. Chrome accents still make an appearance, but Suzuki has leaned more into darker finishes, giving the bike a more aggressive, modern edge. Riders can choose from a palette that includes deep blues, bold reds, matte blacks, and metallic silvers, each of which gives the M109R a distinct personality. But let's talk about performance aspects beyond the engine. Handling is where the M109R surprises a lot of people. With a wheelbase stretching over 67 inches and a curb weight that hovers around 764 pounds, you'd expect this motorcycle to feel like a heavyweight, reluctant to move in tight corners. However, Suzuki has done an excellent job with the chassis and suspension. The inverted front forks provide excellent stability, while the rear monoshock, hidden beneath the sculpted frame, gives both comfort and control. This is not a sport bike, but for a cruiser, it handles with surprising agility. Riders who push it through sweeping curves often walk away impressed at how planted and confidence-inspiring it feels. Braking is another highlight. The 2025 model comes equipped with dual front disc brakes featuring radial-mounted calipers and a single disc at the rear. Suzuki has integrated ABS as standard, which gives riders peace of mind in sudden stops or on less-than-ideal road conditions. The braking system feels strong, progressive, and more than capable of hauling down the bike's considerable mass. One of the most important aspects of a cruiser is rider comfort, and the Boulevard M109R doesn't disappoint. The seating position strikes a balance between aggressive and relaxed. The wide, drag-style handlebars give you a commanding position over the front end, while the forward-set foot controls allow for that stretched-out cruiser feel. The seat is wide and well-cushioned, designed to keep you comfortable during long rides, while the passenger accommodations are equally generous compared to many other cruisers in this segment. Technology on the 2025 model has been subtly upgraded to keep up with modern expectations. You'll find a digital and analog combo display that gives you essential information like speed, RPM, fuel level, and gear position. While Suzuki hasn't overloaded the M109R with high-tech features, keeping in line with the purist cruiser philosophy, they have included conveniences like a USB charging port and improved LED illumination for better night visibility. What really makes the M109R stand out, though, is its focus on blending raw mechanical feel with just enough modern tech to satisfy today's riders without losing that traditional connection to the machine. Now, let's talk about price. The 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R comes in at around $16,500, depending on dealer location and optional accessories. That places it competitively within the muscle cruiser segment, especially when you consider the kind of performance, design, and reliability you're getting for the money. Compared to some American cruisers that can easily stretch past the $20,000 mark, the M109R represents strong value for riders who want power and presence without breaking the bank. One of the unique selling points of the Boulevard M109R has always been its ability to straddle two worlds. It's undeniably a cruiser, but it borrows heavily from the world of sport bikes in terms of engineering and handling. That's why many riders describe it as the perfect bike for those who want a cruiser but don't want to sacrifice performance. The massive rear tire, aggressive stance, and thunderous V-twin make it look and feel like a traditional power cruiser, but its suspension, brakes, and handling capabilities set it apart from many of its rivals. And of course, sound plays a big role here. The stock exhaust has that deep, rumbling tone that cruiser riders crave. But twist the throttle, and the M109R's V-twin roars with a throaty, aggressive note that matches its muscular looks. To wrap this up, the 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R is not just another cruiser. It's a bold, powerful, and stylish machine that makes a statement every time it hits the road. It combines the torque and comfort you'd expect from a cruiser with the handling and braking performance that most bikes in this category can't touch. At a price point that offers strong value, with an engine that demands respect and a design that turns heads everywhere it goes, the M109R continues to stand as one of the definitive muscle cruisers of its generation. For riders who want more than just a motorcycle, who want a road-dominating experience with every ride, the M109R delivers exactly that. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2025 Suzuki Boulevard M109R. What do you think? Does this bike check all the boxes for you? Would you take this muscle cruiser over its rivals from Harley-Davidson or Yamaha? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to Bike Culture Hub for more in-depth reviews and motorcycle content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Until next time, ride safe, ride free, and keep the culture alive.